We're almost at Liberation Day. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump calls Wednesday when he imposes reciprocal tariffs on more imports, targeting countries that have had charged for American exports.
The tariffs will be far more generous than those countries were to us.
The president on Air Force One last night, flying back to Washington, also touted tariffs on imported cars and trucks and auto parts, saying companies that build cars in the U.S. will make a lot of money. The president also says he'd consider more tariffs on Russia. Upset its leader, Vladimir Putin, while still waging war in Ukraine, called for a new government there to replace President Volodymyr Zelensky.
He considers Zelensky not credible. He's supposed to be making a deal with him, whether you like him or you don't like him. So I wasn't happy with that.
It's up to more than 1,700 people dead now in the earthquake disaster in Burma, where some areas are hard to reach.
Search teams are still working across the region in an attempt to find survivors from the 7.7 magnitude earthquake. In the Burmese city Mandalay, a woman's been found alive after being trapped for more than 60 hours. The true number of people killed and injured is thought to be many times the official figures.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Another 18 people killed in Bangkok, Thailand, where the quake collapsed a building. Dozens more remain missing. There's been stormy weather from Texas to the Great Lakes. 2 people were killed in Indiana, where Fox Weather's Brandy Campbell also reports.
We've confirmed multiple reports of tennis ball size hail and larger in Arkansas and in Missouri. Now, the strongest wind gust that was recorded at 96 miles per hour in Jackson, Michigan. That state still dealing with issues in terms of power outages.
More than 300,000 homes and businesses without electricity after thick ice glazed over parts of northern Michigan. The Final Four is set in the men's college basketball tournament after Auburn and Houston won, joining Duke and Florida. It's the first time since 2008 that the Final Four are all top seeds from their regions. America's listening to Fox News.
Fox News Audio presents the Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door, exploring the life and crimes of 5 serial predators from across the United States.
It's a very disturbing case.
Never-before-heard interviews and first-hand perspectives.
Described as pure evil. That's a good description.
The Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door. Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Get those W-2s ready. Tax season has arrived. It's the Fox Business Tax Tips. Fox News Radio's Ginny Casola and Hillary Barsky are joined by the hosts of the Fox Business Network to provide you with the latest tips, tricks, and updates on filing your taxes. From deadlines to tax law changes to the latest deductions, we'll cover it all to make sure you keep that hard-earned money where it belongs, in your pocket. Listen and follow the Fox Business Tax Tips at foxnewspodcasts.com.
President Trump said over the weekend he won't fire anyone on that controversial Signal group chat discussing the military action the U.S. was taking against Houthi militants in Yemen. A journalist was mistakenly included in that group chat. Atlantic editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg tells NBC's Meet the Press.
This has become a somewhat farcical situation. There's no subterfuge here. My number was in his phone. He mistakenly added me to the group chat. There we go.
Goldberg is referring to National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who maintains he doesn't know how it happened. Democrats are demanding a full investigation into the security breach. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was also on that group chat. He spent the weekend in Japan.
After today's discussion, it is clear to me that our alliance is the cornerstone of peace and security in the Indo-Pacific.
While also saying the two countries are united in their goals of continuing freedom.
America and Japan stand firmly together in the face of aggressive and coercive actions by the Communist Chinese.
Hegseth announced the U.S. will now place a joint military commander in Japan, which the secretary says will lead to increased cooperation in real time. Hegseth adding that America first does not mean America alone. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks may drop again to close out a big March decline. Dow futures are down more than 200 points after plunging 715 Friday. Markets also down this morning in Asia and Europe on tariff concerns. On the NASCAR track, Danny Hamlin won the Cup Series race at Martinsville on Fox.
The driver of the number 11 car led 274 of the final 275 laps of the race on his way to the 55th checkered flag of his career.
I spent so many years racing late models and whatnot. I love winning here.
The win moved Hamlin up 2 spots to 6th in the standings.
That's Tim McMaster. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A pay raise is coming to Cumberland County employees. This after the County Commission approved a 6% raise to all county employees during a special session last week. The raise recommended by the county's Salary Subcommittee and Budget Committee. Smithville police have charged 2 people with child abuse and neglect for allegedly leaving a disabled child home alone. WJLE Smithville identified the suspects as 33-year-old David Farrell and 21-year-old Kayla Raymond. And the police said that they found the disabled 9-year-old inside a West Broad Street home after responding to a call requesting a welfare check. Cookeville Regional Medical Center CEO Buffy Key will receive a 3% bonus after receiving a positive evaluation from the hospital's Board of Trustees. The board evaluated Key on 54 areas. She received a score of 4.50 out of 5. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:06. It's the 31st.
Oh, the last day of March.
Last day of March. So happy Monday, Sheila.
Happy Monday. It's going to be rainy.
Yeah.
It was rainy and thundering and lots of storms last night. 65 will be the high today. We're at 60 right now.
Had electricity when I woke up this morning.
Mine went off last night, but it didn't stay off long.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of flickers.
Yeah.
Some things flickered.
Mine flickered for a while. It was like, no, you can't get me, storms. You can't get me. And then finally it was off for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I heard the thunder and stuff come through, but it was way less than what they thought. At least in my area. I know it was a little bit different in some areas, but hopefully you made it through all those storms safe and sound. A few things you need to know, Sheila.
Come to the chamber this morning. It's in Overton County, the Overton County Livingston Chamber. You can meet their new director, Zach Stevens, and say how much you appreciate Miss Shannon Cantrell.
Oh, well, I wish we could have been there.
No, it's going to be partly while we're on the air from 7 to 8:30.
Oh, they should have had it in the afternoon.
They should have had it, yeah, so we could go see her because she's done so much and she's
she's great.
Getting Zach all trained in, but new president CEO is Zach Stevens, and of course we definitely want to say how much we've loved and appreciate Shannon Cantrell, and she's still going to be in and around. But
Shannon likes him, I like him.
That's how I feel.
That's what my pa used to say. If you like him, I like him.
That's right.
Homestead Timber Frames will be relocating its headquarters from Crossville to Cookeville. They're building a 10,000 square foot facility that's going to be located off of exit 283 right off I-40, and just going to be a little bit bigger of a space, and most of the people who work there already live in Cookeville. So and they said that Cookeville just has a few more resources.
All right.
But I guess they didn't hear that Crossville's getting a Whataburger.
Yeah. Crossville is.
So
Crossville got a Buc-ee's and a Whataburger.
I mean, you had to think that went into that decision even a little bit.
I think so. Well, congratulations to Allgood Middle School's Nick Crabtree for being selected as Educator of the Week.
Way to go, Nick.
He was selected by the Tennessee Lottery and also featured on News Channel 2. Coach Crabtree is now running for Educator of the Month.
All right.
So let's hope.
Do we vote for that? How does that work?
Voting will begin today. They're posting a link on Allgood Middle School's Facebook page.
Oh, let's blow that up.
Of course, it's WKRN's site too, but just go to Allgood Middle School and vote because we want a local boy to get it.
Yeah, we'll try to share that out a little bit through all the Cookeville Communications Facebook pages and all that stuff too. Maybe Blair can get that on Hip Cookeville.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
This week, the Upper Cumberland Quilt Festival is going on, and they're going to be honoring the former Allgood Senior Center chairman of the board, Melinda Bilbrey. She's been the chairman of the board for, or was for 20 years, and she passed away last fall. So they're dedicating the whole quilt festival to her.
As they should.
Really cool deal.
Yeah.
John Allen was saying that she'd come to the fair and she'd pray over the whole fair every year. I remember being there for that a few times, and what a sweet lady. So what a great idea for them to do this in her honor.
Sounds like she was pretty special.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Sparta White County Chamber, they were needing a new director, and Brent Young was named their new director.
BY.
BY. We like BY.
Mm-hmm.
Brent Young, the special event's going to take place for him that introduce him to the community, but I'm sure everybody knows him. He's an alderman there in Sparta as well. April 3rd is when his event's going to be from 5 to 6:30 at Duck Pond Manor.
There we go. Talking about an afternoon thing.
Yeah. That's the right time to do it.
All right.
You can go.
I knew it'd be afternoon with Brent.
He's not an early morning man.
I knew it'd be. As soon as you said that, I was like, well, this one won't be in the morning.
Well, it's going to be a great opportunity to meet Brent, also have a little refreshments and do some networking. So that is April 3rd. So don't forget about that.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he
do
is.
Such a great job. If anybody was made for a job,
That's him on this.
he's made for this job. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for Sparta and White County, too.
Yeah, that's a great choice.
They got a good one. The Monterey Depot Historical Society, they're going to have a silent auction. That's coming up Saturday, and they're raising money for the Depot Museum and for building out that dining car.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not sure exactly what all they're going to have at the silent auction.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll have some pretty cool stuff.
Well, the Banana Pudding Festival, it's coming up on April the 5th in Monterey. So.
Oh, same date as the silent auction.
Good. So all of that. So, good day to have it because,
right.
A lot of people show up in Monterey for the Banana Pudding Festival. And that's all I have in things you need to know.
Well, this really isn't a thing you need to know, but I wanted to share this. I guess this is more of the spoiler alert, but I just love this so much.
Okay.
So Morgan Wallen was on Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
And so you know how they stand there and they say goodbye to everybody and wave.
I saw it, yeah.
So they got to it and everybody's waving. Morgan Wallen just walks right off the stage and says, "Get me back to God's country."
And you know what he said too?
What?
After his second song, he goes, "Thanks everybody, go Vols."
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were going to
Yeah, no.
This is actually a Morgan Wallen shirt.
Well, I've liked Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
And but when he does stuff like that, it's like
he's so Tennessee.
He's so Tennessee.
It's like all my guy friends I went to school with, and now that I'm working with,
wrapped up into one
person, and
Yeah.
That's Morgan Wallen.
Yeah. Also, Taste of the Town is coming up. It's going to be May 3rd, 2025, obviously. It's a tropical soiree.
Tropical soiree.
That's what it says.
I wonder what food you'll have at a tropical soiree. That's just their theme.
It's going to be at the
How you dress.
Ashraf Islam Engineering Building on at Tennessee Tech. That building is ridiculously cool.
Yeah, it is.
As
It's beautiful.
info.
Beautiful.
Come dressed in your most vibrant tropical attire and enjoy an evening with local culinary creations, beverages, and friends. It is for members only.
Ooh, members only.
So if you
It's
like
special.
Right. If you would like to go to Taste of the Town, you can. You just have to become a member of Cityscape.
Mm-hmm. That means you're helping the sign. helping the ice cream sign.
And I think that's all I got for things you need to know, Sheila. So I guess now it's time for your 2 cents. That's brought to you by our friends down at Freedom Pond in Sparta, 49 Mayberry Street.
Name a show where the main character is the worst part of the show.
Golly, Sheila, I don't know.
Roseanne. But actually, I think she was really talented. She's the one that made the show and wrote,
Roseanne was the show.
Yeah. But I just thought that'd be funny because my dad would always go, I don't even like listening to her. Let's change this.
I don't know. I'll what to think on that one. We'll get to what you guys are saying. You can find that.
There's worse than Roseanne.
on Good Morning Cookeville on Facebook, also 1077 and 1400 The Hub on Facebook. Get over there and answer today's question if you don't mind. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
Join Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity for their Dream Builders Putnam Luncheon, Tuesday, May 13th from 12 to 1 p.m. at The Edge at Life Church. You'll get to hear from donors, homeowners, and volunteers. Admission is $25. And if you're interested in being a table host, please reach out to Casey at 931-528-1711, extension 6. It's Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity's Dream Builders Putnam Luncheon, May 13th, 12 to 1 at The Edge at Life Church.
Hundreds of Upper Cumberland residents need help today as they struggle with disease, sickness, or injury. When you give, 100% of your gift goes to help right here in our community. Learn more at CookevilleRegionalCharity.org.
If you have automotive needs, Dependable Auto Sales and Service along with Colonial Automotive would love to help you. Whether it's towing or service, body shop needs, are you ready for a new car? We have everything you need, including the financing, including the warranties. It doesn't matter what it is, DAS is on your side. Please come see us at 1575 Interstate Drive right here in Cookeville, 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-7355, 24/7 at dasautosales.com.
Call us before you dig. Accidents are caused each year because someone broke a gas line that they didn't know was there. Remember, not all of our lines are in the street. They go through your yard to the house. Don't take a chance. The Cookeville Gas Department will gladly check any area before you dig and tell you if there are any gas lines present. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas. Energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Hey, you exhausted every day? Maybe you have the 3 p.m. crash or struggling with memory issues, having a hard time focusing. You have to stop and pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. I never run out of energy, and I'm fully focused. Strong Cell. It's a revolutionary supplement that has truly changed my life. I use it every single day. It gives you natural energy, helps me stay focused all day long, and just makes me feel better overall. Whether you're a working mom or dad or homeschooling your kids or some of our loyal men and women behind the wheel across the country, try Strong Cell. It'll change your life. Linda uses it as well.
I use it every single day. I have my kids using it, my parents using it, my in-laws using it, my friends using it, and I am telling you, it is immediate. It is one of the only ways you can get NADH on the market, and it works.
Go to HannityStrong.com. Use promo code Hannity. You get a special 20% off any order. Once again, HannityStrong.com. And Strong Cell believes in their products so much, you get a 60-day no-risk policy. Invest in your health. I did it. It changed my life.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila, and we're here in the lovely Willow Window studio. Come out Willow Window and start planning your summer space. Whether that's out on your porch, your patio, your deck, around your pool. You got a fire pit. You know, I've decided, because me and Donna were talking about this.
You need a summer space fire pit?
No, I want a summer space fireplace.
Ooh.
Like an outdoor fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think my patio looked good with the fireplace?
Yes, I do.
I
Yeah.
do too. It's unanimous then. They can help you with all that retractable awnings, turning it all into one big room. I mean, the possibilities are endless with what they can do with their summer space here at Willow Window. Find them at willowwindow.pro.
And you can also come to their showroom here and see one of the awnings, see the windows they have, the doors.
310 Newman Drive, just off Willow.
Well, now your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pawn in Sparta.
Hey.
They have tools, guns and ammo, bows, arrows. Bows and arrows go together. And then,
it's true.
Of course, jewelry, Pokemon cards. You need to stop by and see them. Name a show where the main character is the worst part of the show. Urkel. He got on my nerves.
Urkel didn't get on my nerves.
He did me.
Gosh, I'm trying to think.
I knew that.
Yeah, but I mean, without him, the show would have sucked. There wouldn't have been anything good in it at all. No one cares about Carl Winslow.
I didn't really watch Urkel a lot because he got on my nerves. Misa said, Handmaid's Tale. I can't stand that main chick.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
I don't think you'd like it. It's more for the girls.
Oh, is it?
John said Grey's Anatomy. You know what? I have never seen a full episode.
Never seen Grey's Anatomy
I've
either.
seen clips, and that's only because it's been forced on me.
Yeah. I tell you, I didn't think I'd like the new Matlock.
I love Kathy Bates.
But she does a great job.
She's from Tennessee. That's why.
I didn't know that.
She sure is.
Well, there you go.
Russell said, any of the Gordon Ramsay shows, worst part of it. It is. He is. He can be mean sometimes.
But without him, what would it be?
I've learned to like him, though.
Yeah.
Because he's actually seems to be real sweet in real life. I think that's just for the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that he's like.
I don't know, but I mean, it's kind of like now that there's nobody mean on American Idol.
Yeah, it's not as good. I miss Simon Cowell a lot.
I miss Simon on that show, yeah.
But I do like me some Lionel Richie. He's the sweet one on there, so he gives good advice. All right, Kevin. Yes, The View. All 4 of the main characters. Or is it 5 now? I can't keep up. I don't like any of them. At first you think you like some of them, and then you're like, you know what? I'm not even watching this. I don't even know how it's been on after Barbara Walters left it.
Now, you may, if y'all like them or whatever individually, it's whatever. I don't care. I'm just, from my point of view, it sounds, you got a bunch of ants that you don't like.
And you're talking about AUNT.
Yeah, and you don't know why they came to Thanksgiving because all they do is complain.
It's fuss and be negative.
It's like you've walked into that room.
It's not a group of your favorite ants. It's those ants that cause the trouble and the drama.
That's right. It's those bad ants.
Yeah. You still love them a little bit and you root for them.
That's what it sounds like to me. Like if I'm in some place that's got it on in the background, someone's ants are back there fighting over something.
What are these ladies fighting about?
They sure do holler a bunch.
And they're not even fighting when you look up and you're like, oh, they're just talking over each other.
They just agree with each other loudly.
You know what? That actually takes the most precedent over name a show where the main characters are the worst part of the show. We have about 4 or 5 people that said The View.
Wow.
So that's leading.
Yeah. I can see why.
And then Johnny Ferguson, The View, they all suck. That was Johnny's words.
It is a wonder how they're still on the air.
Oh, you're not going to like this. Abby said Gossip Girl. Ain't that one you like?
I'm not sure who the main character is on that. I mean, I guess it'd be Blake Lively's character, but
she's not really. I mean, it goes from story to story, kind of.
So I don't know, but if it's Blake Lively, yes, I can understand if that's who the main character is for you.
She was actually pretty good on that show, though.
Yeah, she was good on that.
She's
show.
a good actress.
Yeah.
And then Toby said C-SPAN.
I don't know if there is a main character.
No, there's not, but it's funny. I thought it was a funny answer. But I get it.
When they replaced Bo and Luke with Coy and Vance.
Yes. Coy and Vance was
Coy and Vance.
knock off Bo and Luke.
It's like you're not fooling anybody with Coy and Vance.
They just didn't have the same feel about them, did they?
No, not even
They
close.
didn't. They seemed like they were both just phoning it in, too.
Right. Yeah. They were pure pretty boys.
Well, so were the other two.
Well, but you could
Well, in
tell.
their younger days, they were both of them really cute.
I know, but it looked like they might have done some work at some
And
point
it
in their
looked
life.
like they were having a ball. They were having a blast
Mhm.
playing Bo and Luke.
Right.
I think they loved it.
Coy and Vance, I just don't think they done a day of hard work at all.
I compare them to Scrappy Doo.
Yeah.
Because we said last week, Scrappy got on our nerves.
Absolutely.
When they brought him in, the show was over.
He wasn't Grandpa Joe on Willy Wonka. He wasn't a main character. He tried to make himself one.
Yeah.
But I don't like
You'll
Grandpa
never
Joe.
get over Grandpa Joe.
No. Had his daughter or daughter-in-law, I'm not sure how that worked out, working doing laundry all the time. Couldn't get by.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're having hard, all living in that one-room place. Charlie saving up to go get him a Wonka bar. And then as soon as Charlie gets that golden ticket,
Boy, he jumps up, starts dancing.
it's like, well, oh, man.
You were good the whole time?
You could have worked this whole time and made a difference for your family, and you laid up there in that bed with the other 3 grandparents?
As our 10 folks would say, that's sorry.
Sorry, and no account.
Sorry and no account. Grandpa
Lazy.
Joe.
So, again, not a main character, but I do have a problem with Grandpa Joe.
He was not good for his
I
family.
don't think so.
No. Took advantage.
Yeah. I really can't think of any more because a lot of times I'm not sure who even the main character is.
Name a show where the main character is the worst part of the show.
Like you could pick out maybe like Friends, for instance. You know, who's the main character? There's not one. It's an ensemble
Friends,
cast.
yeah. It really is different without any of that. Without like one.
If you pull one of them out, it'd be
The whole
it'd be
dynamic
weird.
is different.
So I'm just not sure. That's a hard question.
Even Seinfeld, I guess he was the main character, but without the others. And so a lot of people don't like Seinfeld for some reason.
Because he sounds like he's whining.
He does, and so did Ray Romano, but I like both the shows.
Yeah. I can't think of any more, Sheila.
All right, that's it.
I'm terrible at this question.
Oh, you gave a few
If
answers.
the main character sucks, then I probably
Right.
just wouldn't watch it.
That's how I did with Urkel.
By the way, if you're watching on Hub Plus and you see that I've got some things going on with my face,
You're being funny.
do you see them?
I did.
All right. So I got into an all-out fight this weekend.
With your cat?
Wild blackberry bush.
It fought back.
I was mowing along the fence row, and I was going around one of Donna's trees.
Yeah.
And I was paying more attention to not hitting one of Donna's trees than I was how close I was to the fence row.
When it slapped you.
And those things have come over the fence row because they're not on my side of the fence. So they come over the fence row, and I wasn't paying attention. It about jerked my head back. That's how far
I'm glad it didn't get your eye.
Oh, it was so close.
Ooh, that sounds like it hurt.
I fought back. You should see the blackberry.
Mhm.
It is not in good shape right now.
Did you set everything on fire?
No, I cut it back real good. So
Yeah.
anyway, 6:29 now, and spoiler alert is coming up next. That's the latest in the world of entertainment and music. We'll get to that here in just a second. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Smithville police have charged 2 people with child abuse and neglect for allegedly leaving a disabled child home alone. WJLE Smithville identified the suspects as 33-year-old David Farrell and 21-year-old Kayla Raymond. Police said they found the disabled 9-year-old inside a West Broad Street home after responding to a call requesting a welfare check. A Cookeville man faces multiple drug charges after sheriff's deputies allegedly found drugs during a traffic stop and later during jail booking. A Putnam County Sheriff's Office press release said a body scan at the jail helped locate 24 grams of meth, 15 grams of fentanyl, 12 grams of cocaine, and several $1,000s. The suspect, 47-year-old Joshua Knight, was issued a $237,000 bond. A pay raise is coming to Cumberland County employees. This after the county commission approved a 6% raise to all county employees during a special session last week. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. The Tennessee Volunteers saw their season come to a close in the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament yesterday as they fell to Houston 69-50. The Vols shot just 28% from the field in the loss. Auburn beat Michigan State 70-64 in the other regional final and will play Florida in the Final Four, while Duke will meet Houston. 5 players and 2 coaches were ejected from an NBA game between the Detroit Pistons and Minnesota Timberwolves yesterday. Pistons head man J.B. Bickerstaff was in the middle of the tussle, while Isaiah Stewart, Ron Holland, and Marcus Sasser were tossed from the Pistons, and Dante DiVincenzo and Naz Reid from the Timberwolves. The Washington Capitals fell to the Buffalo Sabres yesterday 8-5, but Alex Ovechkin netted his 890th career goal and is now just 5 away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's record. The Atlanta Braves have started the season 0-4 after losing to the San Diego Padres 5-0 yesterday. Orlando Arcia was the only Brave batter to record a hit in the loss. Join us tonight for some high school softball on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel as the Gordonsville Tigerettes take on Donaldson Christian Academy at 5:30. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank. The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Investors are awaiting clarity on reciprocal tariffs that are set to be announced on Liberation Day this Wednesday, April 2nd. Shares of Asian and European automotive groups declining Monday. Those companies include Toyota Motor, Honda Motor, and Hyundai Motor, as well as Stellantis, Volkswagen, and Mercedes-Benz Group. Volvo Car is replacing its current CEO with a previous one. Hoke and Samuelson will take over the reins from Jim Rowan on April 1st for a 2-year period until a long-term successor is found. Samuelson held the CEO position for 10 years until 2022. The Swedish car maker is facing increasing competition and less demand, as well as President Trump's 25% tariffs on auto imports. The CEO of Primark has resigned following an investigation into his alleged inappropriate behavior toward a woman. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Laura Cantor, invested in you.
National security is at risk, and China controls most of the world's supply of antimony, a critical metal for military and defense technology. Military Metals Corp is taking action and securing a Western-controlled supply with projects in Europe and North America. Critical minerals are the backbone of modern defense. Now's the time to pay attention. The stock trades on the OTC under ticker MILIF. Call your broker today or go to www.militarymetalscorp.com.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking. Now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:34 now.
Lots of rain coming down right now in the Cookeville area. High of 65 for us today. We're at 60 right now. Our guest after 7 o'clock will be Baxter Mayor Danny Holmes. He'll be in to talk to us and give us some updates of what's going on in the Baxter area.
All right, it's spoiler alert time, and here we go. Jack Black is going to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight. Let's see here. On regular TV, American Idol is on ABC. NCIS is on CBS. Extracted, that's on Fox. The Voice, that's going to be on NBC. On streaming tonight at 5:30 on Hub Plus. That is our Roku app. You can download that. Just search for Hub, H-U-B, space, plus, P-L-U-S. You'll be able to download that. And we were supposed to start Monday Night Baseball tonight.
Yeah.
But Gordonsville girls softball's got a big game. So it's Monday Night Softball.
Oh, that's cool.
They take on some school in Donaldson. But it's going to be at Gordonsville. But if you want to be at home watching it, we'd love to have you over at Hub Plus. The Divorce Insurance, that's on Amazon, a series premiere of that. Gone Girls, the Long Island Serial Killer. Netflix, season 1 of that. Rhythm and Flow Italy, that's on Netflix. And True Love, that's on Acorn TV, season 1 of
Acorn.
on Acorn TV. However you want to say it.
I bet Morgan Wallen would say Acorn.
Acorn, putting on that
just
Acorn.
walked off the set.
The White House Correspondents Association canceled comedian Amber Ruffin's performance at the April 25th dinner following her critical remarks about President Trump. WHCA President Eugene Daniels said the event will now focus on honoring journalists and awarding scholarships.
Okay.
Helen Mirren says Amazon MGM shouldn't gender swap James Bond. She says to the Standard, the whole series of James Bond, it wasn't my thing. It really wasn't. I never really liked James Bond. I never liked the way women were in James Bond. The whole concept of James Bond is drenched and born out of profound sexism. Bruce Glover, renowned character actor and father of Crispin Glover, died on March 12, 2025 at the age of 92. Famous for portraying an assassin, Mr. Wint, in the 1971 James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever. He also appeared in Chinatown, Hard Times, Walking Tall. His son, Crispin, confirmed his death was due to natural causes.
I never knew Crispin's dad was an actor, and we've probably seen him in some of that stuff too.
Absolutely.
Huh.
A chairwoman for the charity co-founded by Prince Harry has accused him of harassment and bullying following his resignation.
What?
Prince Harry's just gone off the rails.
Oh, well, that could be just somebody accusing, innocent until proven guilty. His mom, I think, she started this kind of charity work.
That Merkel. Or Markle. That Meghan Markle, I think, ruined him.
You think? Now, remember when he was younger, he was a little wild thing.
There's a difference between being a wild thing and totally losing your whole,
losing your family, now losing your charity.
I mean,
what's going to happen?
Right. I mean, I get when you get married, you got to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah.
I got rid of some stuff when I married Donna. Yeah. I did. And it was, some of the stuff was like, well, I reckon I'll get rid of it.
Reckon I'll get rid of it. I'm married now.
I love
got
her.
Shed of it.
And so if this is what it takes,
Yeah.
this is what. So I get rid of a lot of stuff.
She didn't make you get rid of your family, though.
No.
And Donna wouldn't.
Not the important stuff.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I felt kind of sorry for him. Even though he's a grown man, you still need your family.
sometimes you got to lose, your Budweiser memorabilia.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Are you talking about your own thing? This is not Prince Harry anymore, is it?
Nah, she made me get rid of any of that stuff.
Sometimes you got to get rid of your Budweiser memorabilia. That was funny.
Well, sometimes you do have to pack it up and make sure it stays in the garage, never to be seen again. That's where
At your man cave.
That's where all my.
Where her car sits.
Like I worry all the time. I got a box of Peyton Manning Wheaties.
Oh yeah.
And they're in the garage, and I know one of these days I'm going to be looking through some stuff, and a mouse is going to eat all my.
Or the dogs could probably get into it. They would like Wheaties.
Actress Kim Delaney, renowned for her role in NYPD Blue, which I'd forgotten about her and that show until I read this. I used to really like that show. She was arrested Saturday.
Kim Delaney?
Yeah. The sheriff's department reported that the 63-year-old was taken into custody on suspicion of felony assault with a deadly weapon following a domestic disturbance. Her partner, James Morgan, was also arrested on charges in misdemeanor domestic violence. Both were booked with Kim Delaney remaining in custody and Morgan released on a $20,000 bond. Court appearance is scheduled for April 1st. She just had a DUI in 2002, and then she also had some hit and run charges in 2024.
Oh, that makes me sad.
So
I didn't know she was going through some stuff.
I didn't either.
But she's a great actress. I always loved her, watching her.
Ain't no telling what's going on with her.
Oh, it sounds sad.
The box office report from the weekend. You had A Working Man come in at number one with 15.2 million, which is I hadn't heard of. Snow White, which apparently is awful, comes in at number two at 14.2 million. And I didn't even know this was out. The Chosen, Last Supper.
Oh.
I know that. I didn't even know.
The Chosen has Cookeville connection.
Yeah. I didn't know that was out in theaters. I'd never seen anything for it. It brought in $11.5 million.
Yeah, usually
it was in number three.
If they do have like a movie that's at the theaters, churches, get together and take buses to support the movie, which I think is great.
I do too. Yeah. I just hadn't heard that it was something that
I didn't know it either.
Yeah.
But boy, it came in. It ranked number 3.
Yeah,
huh?
I'll be going to see it. Yeah. I love those Chosen.
They're great.
Yeah, they're great.
Done really well.
The woman in the Yard comes in at number 4 at 9.5 million, and
I think that's a scary movie.
And then Death of a Unicorn comes in at 5.8. We hate to see a unicorn die. There's so few of them.
Yeah.
You hardly ever see one.
You're looking at one right now.
Some people ain't never even seen a unicorn. Wouldn't that be cool if unicorns really did exist?
I would love that. Of course I would, right?
Yeah.
I used to collect unicorns in like junior high.
Mm.
I got out of that phase, but I like the mythical part of thinking, what if they did? I didn't think they existed. I just thought it was pretty.
By the way, the only Budweiser memorabilia I really have are the...
Are we back on the Budweiser frogs or something?
The Christmas Steins.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I bet they're worth something.
I've got them for from I believe it's 1990 to 2000.
It was funny that we were
year.
talking and 10 minutes after this, and then you go, by the way, but those Steins really aren't they worth something?
I have no idea. They're
cool looking.
They're still in the box. I've never used them.
She didn't want to put them up
right
in like a curio cabinet.
She did not want to display them. Another thing she didn't want to display, I have Motley Crue action figures.
I didn't even know those existed.
Yeah, they're all on. It's new in the box, and it looks like they're on stage. Tommy Lee's behind the drum set.
And they're all still in the box?
All still in the box.
I bet that. I mean, seriously, some of this stuff could really be worth something. Jerry Salmon, is this stuff worth something?
You're gonna say no, because
I
don't know
in the box.
They didn't make a lot of those. And then I have their book that goes, that goes along with that movie that they had.
Yeah.
They put out a book, and it's autographed by all the members of Motley Crue.
Might be worth something.
Maybe when they're dead, it'll be worth something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But right now, I don't think it's worth a lot.
Jerry would have told you.
But it'll be, it might be worth a lot whenever my kids find it one day.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, look here at this.
They won't even know what that is.
Wonder if this is worth anything. Oh, they'll check to see if it's worth anything. I know my kids, they'll be like, we should check this stuff.
You raised them right.
I don't know if Dad would have hung on to this if it wasn't going to be worth something.
Don't waste it. Let's see.
And I got my fingers crossed that records will be worth something someday.
You got a lot of yours still?
Oh, I got 3 moving boxes full of 45s.
I gave all mine away.
Did you really?
I did. I'm wishing I hadn't on a few of them.
Well, some of them aren't worth anything, but like some of them, if they're different color vinyl,
yeah,
then so I have a bunch of different color vinyl and things like that. And I got every Kiss record ever put out.
I didn't know you were a big Kiss fan.
Yeah, well, it just kind of happened.
It just kind of happened.
With Kiss, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe one day those will be worth something. 6:46 now, and coming up here in just a little bit, we'll get to the real good. Also, are we back to Ask Sheila this week?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Ask Sheila coming up here in just a little bit too. So stick with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville.
Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. Matthew chapter 9, verse 35. Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. Join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on our radio program, Words of Exhortation, as we study through the gospel of Matthew right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop, conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. We offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Throughout the country, buried pipelines are indicated by a pipeline right-of-way. A long, wide stretch of grass cleared of trees and marked with signs. If you have a right-of-way near your home, do not plant anything in it or dig in it. Do not install a fence or build your kids a super cool fort without first getting the pipeline operator's approval. For more on pipeline safety, visit pipesafety.org. A message from the Tennessee Gas Association, Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
This is the best time to buy America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Now is the time to buy a new Ford truck from Ford of Cookeville. You can get up to $15,000 off MSRP for a limited time during Ford Truck Month. All of our trucks are marked down to the best prices they'll have all year. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
Gentry's Power Equipment, your trusted Exmark dealer in Cookeville. For over 35 years, Exmark has been pioneering innovation, offering legendary durability and unmatched cut quality. Whether you're a professional landscaper or a homeowner, our range of commercial and residential mowers is designed to meet your needs. Hurry in for 0% financing for 48 months on select models, just in time for spring mowing. Gentry's Power Equipment, 755 Buffalo Valley Road, Cookeville, where big boy toys are their specialty.
The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions
That's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. Showers and thunderstorms will gradually come to an end as we approach lunchtime. Skies will be partly sunny this afternoon with highs in the mid-60s. Overnight, we'll see clearing skies with lows around 40. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with highs around 70.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:50, and well, it's the real good. That's what it is, Sheila.
The real good. It's coming up. After 7, we will have the real good Danny Holmes, Baxter Mayor. The real good Baxter Mayor.
Looking forward to seeing Danny.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a couple of months.
Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it
The Real Good.
For more than 4 years, Staff Sergeant Kristen Vanderzayden.
Oh, what a unique name.
Served in Iraq and Afghanistan and handled a 10-year-old German Shepherd named Frankie, who was trained in explosives detection. During Frankie's time with Kristen, the pair completed roughly 20 Secret Service missions, helping protect high-profile VIPs, including the President, Vice President, First Lady, and others. Frankie and Kristen were separated in 2021 when Kristen was reassigned to Fort Drum in northern New York. She was heartbroken. She didn't want to leave Frankie behind, but kept up with news about him during his career. Once Kristen learned that Frankie might retire, she worked tirelessly with the American Humane Society to bring Frankie home. Robin Ganzert, the president and CEO of the Humane Society, was thrilled to help with their reunion. She said, "We are grateful for the opportunity to reunite military working dog Frankie with his best friend and honored to help give this courageous canine the comfortable retirement he deserves after 6 years of distinguished service to our country." And now, after so many years of service, both Kristen and Frankie are looking forward to a peaceful life filled with hikes, runs, and couch cuddles.
He deserves that. You know, those service
Both
dogs.
of them do.
Yeah, those service dogs are really cool.
Yeah.
And any kind of service dog, whether it's for the military or whether it's one of those therapy dogs or CNI dogs, I just think it's so unique.
Yeah.
And they're so smart and they're loyal.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad all that happened.
Yeah.
Steve Nagengast.
Easy for you to say.
Nagengast. We'll call him Steve.
Yeah.
A baseball memorabilia collector from Grand Rapids, Michigan, has donated his amazing collection of over 1,200 autographed Detroit Tiger baseballs to the Grand Rapids Public Museum. Steve's collection spans more than a century, featuring autographs from legendary players like Ty Cobb, the baseball player from a long time ago, not the kid at Upperman.
Yeah.
Al Colleen, if I'm saying that right, as well as rare autographs from lesser-known Tigers. Steve's passion for collecting began in the late 1980s with a Mickey Mantle autographed ball, which he described as neat. Then, over the years, he attended auctions, reached out to dealers, even mailed baseballs to former players, hoping they'd send an autographed baseball back. Now he's got 1,200 baseballs spanning 100 years, and that's going to be on display for all to see in a custom-built exhibit. When asked about this big donation, Steve said it's bittersweet. After all the years of collecting, seeing them move out of my home, at the same time, excitement as far as where they're going and how they'll be preserved. So I can see that being a bittersweet moment.
Yeah.
taking all that time and collecting that and then deciding to do something else with it.
Almost like Budweiser steins.
I doubt those will ever be in a museum.
No, but I mean,
I'm sure
letting them go has been hard for you.
It has.
You haven't yet.
Just every now and then I think about them.
Every now and then I think about those steins.
Well, I know where they're at. They're in the garage, and that's fine. You ready for Ask Sheila?
I am.
All right. This looks like about work.
Work. All right.
Okay. 40% of working Americans say they take off at least 5 days a year to do this. What is it?
Self-care.
I'm going to give it to you. It's catch up on sleep, but I would say that's self-care.
It's definitely self-care. I was thinking that or massage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us don't take off for all that, though.
No, I wouldn't take off for a massage. I really wouldn't catch up on sleep either. That's what weekends are for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a take off work kind of guy.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
Although he did a couple of Fridays.
That was great.
That's for grandbabies.
That's different.
That's different.
10% of workers do this at least once a week during lunch.
10%.
Yeah.
Once a week during lunch.
Once a week during lunch, they go out to eat. There they are. 10% of
They
them.
skip lunch to do this, or
No,
is it during?
no. I don't know. They may. They're definitely at a place that's serving food.
10% of workers do this at lunch.
Yeah.
Exercise, but they don't do that. Okay. Catch up on their calls and phone calls, like texts.
Drink alcoholic beverages.
Oh.
Now, come on.
I should have guessed that one.
If you're going to do that, just take the rest of the day off.
If you're going to drink?
Yeah. You can go out to lunch and have you a bunch of
You
drinks.
can have one drink without being a drunk.
Well, yeah, but who just has one drink?
Me.
Oh. Well, you're so close to the edge
But
anyway.
then I don't usually at lunch.
No. One drink can push you right over.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, you're light.
might.
You're lightweight, Sheila.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've had one at lunch.
Me too. It's been a long time. 18% of people say they have been late for work because of this. What is it?
Their cell phone didn't go off. Like, that's what they use their alarm for.
Yeah. You're very close with cell phone.
Wasn't charged.
No.
I'm close with cell phone.
Yeah.
They had to get it fixed.
No.
I'm dancing all around.
All around it. They've been late to work. 18% of people have been late to work because they forgot their cell phone.
You got to go back and get it. Your whole life is on it.
You have to go back and get it.
That happened to me just the other day.
I mean, you have to. I've been all the way down to town and had to drive all the way back to my house, which if I'm in town is, about a 12-minute.
Yes.
12 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Not that that's forever or anything.
No, but it takes a while.
Still a pain in the butt.
Depending on what time of day you realize this.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, we leave before everybody else in the world does, so I didn't have any traffic.
That's good.
If it had been this past Friday, I'm not sure I would have gone back.
Yeah.
Past Friday afternoon, if you were out in traffic this past Friday afternoon,
it was crazy.
What the wide world of sports was going on. No one had a lick of sense.
Yeah, they kept okay, I'm driving. It's the 2-lane road on Willow, 2 lanes on each side. And then I'm just driving. And then one whips in front of me, crosses onto the turning lane. Then another one from the turning lane whips back. So I had a crisscross happening in front of me. I'm like, am I not even?
It was like when you watch those movies and they're in other countries and you're not sure how they're even driving.
And they don't really have a road. There's no lines on it. That's how they acted.
We'll be right back with Danny Holmes.
This
Hang
is
on.
News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400. WHUB Cookeville.
He says he'll target all countries. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, on what President Trump calls Liberation Day, Wednesday, when reciprocal tariffs go into effect on countries that have levies on American exports.
They will be kinder than those countries were to the United States of America over the decades.
The president also says new U.S. tariffs on foreign cars and auto parts will mean
people that manufacture automobiles in the United States are going to make money the likes of which they've never seen before.
On Air Force One flying back to Washington, the president also again suggested that people want him to run for a third term. And though the Constitution only allows two, he told NBC there are methods to allow it. And as Fox's Madeline Rivera reports, he also discussed the war in Ukraine that he's trying to end.
President Trump is criticizing both Russia and Ukraine. The president saying he would consider imposing secondary tariffs on Russia if he believes it were at fault for not reaching a ceasefire deal in Ukraine. This comes after Russian President Vladimir Putin called for a transitional government to replace Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. But the president is also criticizing Zelensky, who he says is now trying to reverse course on a rare minerals deal.
If he's looking to renegotiate the deal, he's got big problems.
Nearly a week after 4 American soldiers went missing during training in Lithuania, still no sign of them.
But rescue workers at a military training area in Lithuania have managed to haul the M88 Hercules armoured vehicle out of the peat bog. The Lithuanian Defence Ministry says military police and US investigators are still at the site. Poland's been helping out too, sending scuba divers and equipment to assist in the search.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. In Burma, it's up to more than 1,700 people now dead in the earthquake disaster there. In France, Conservative leader Marine Le Pen's been barred from seeking public office after being convicted today of embezzling European money along with other members of her political party. They and Le Pen face up to 10 years in prison. America's listening to Fox News.
Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts will take the world by storm.
The world has never faced a threat this big. And you're gonna help me stop it.
Us?
Why, you got someplace to be?
On May 2nd.
Avengers are gone. No one's coming to save the day.
Their time.
I think we could be the people that are coming.
Has come.
Being the hero, there is no higher calling.
Let's do this.
Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts. Only theaters May 2nd. This film is not yet rated.
Only two things in life are certain, death and taxes. How about one more? Switch from Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile to cut your bill in half with Pure Talk. For just $25 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, 5 gigs of data on America's most dependable 5G network. Making the switch, it's simple, fast, and easy. You dial pound 250, you say the keyword Pure Talk, and make the switch. You do it now, you save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, wireless, by Americans, for Americans.
President Trump keeps calling the investigation into the Signal group chat breach fake news, and he won't fire anyone involved in the discussion that mistakenly included a journalist. He says the military operation that killed Houthi militants in Yemen was successful, targeting the rebels who've been disrupting global shipping.
Jeffrey Goldberg said on NBC's Meet the Press there was no subterfuge that led National Security Advisor Mike Waltz to add him to a Signal group chat that shared attack plans against Houthis in Yemen.
My number was in his phone. He mistakenly added me to the group chat. There we go.
Goldberg added that post-chat criticism of him and his outlet was expected, and as he said, part of a playbook.
When they do something wrong, they go on the attack, and they attack the messenger.
Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, the selling may continue as markets also drop in Asia and Europe over tariff concerns. Dow futures down more than 200 points before the last trading day of what's been a very negative March. The Final Four is set in the men's college basketball tournament after Auburn and Houston won.
For just the second time since the NCAA men's basketball tournament expanded to 64 teams in 1985, all 4 number 1 seeds will collide in the Final Four. In 2008, North Carolina, UCLA, Kansas, and Memphis did it. This year, it's Auburn, Houston, Duke in Florida. Duke has the most Final Four trips of the group with 18, but this is the first time the five-time champions have gone this far since Mike Krzyzewski retired in 2022. Florida won its only 2 national titles back-to-back in 2006 and 2007. This is the Gators' 6th trip to the Final Four. Houston is in its 7th Final Four. Auburn heads to its 2nd, but neither of those schools has ever won the national title. It'll be Houston versus Duke and Auburn versus Florida in the semifinals on Saturday. I'm Tim McMaster, Fox News.
In the women's NCAA tournament, top seeds South Carolina and UCLA won to advance to the Final Four, which will be set after 2 more games tonight. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A pay raise is coming to Cumberland County employees. This after the County Commission approved a 6% raise to all county employees during a special session last week. The raise recommended by the county's Salary Subcommittee and Budget Committee. Smithville police have charged 2 people with child abuse and neglect for allegedly leaving a disabled child home alone. WJLE Smithville identified the suspects as 33-year-old David Farrell and 21-year-old Kayla Raymond. The police said that they found the disabled 9-year-old inside a West Broad Street home after responding to a call requesting a welfare check. Cookeville Regional Medical Center CEO Buffy Key will receive a 3% bonus after receiving a positive evaluation from the hospital's Board of Trustees. The board evaluated Key on 54 areas. She received a score of 4.50 out of 5. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06 now.
And we have Baxter Mayor Danny Holmes in here with us. I'm so glad to have you back in here.
Oh, I love coming here. Good morning, Jason.
Well, good morning, Danny, and how are you today?
I am wonderful. It's a beautiful, rainy day.
Yeah.
And you know, I was sitting out there waiting on you guys, and the rain was coming down on this metal roof, and I'm like, I could take a snooze.
Absolutely.
It does sound like a humming, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just sounds relaxing.
There's nothing, you know what? There is nothing better than rain on a metal roof.
It reminds me of my grandparents' home. They had a metal roof
Me
too,
too.
And it always sounded so good.
It was great. It was great.
Well, Danny, are you still celebrating the state championship?
Let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that up.
I figured that's what we talk about first.
What about them amazing bees? You know, it was great. I mean, from the very start, what a run. And, you know, of course, my wife and I was at the Murphy Center, and, oh, my gosh, it was just like, we've got it. We've got it. This is, you know, from the start, I thought last year, and we did. We made it to the state, but unfortunately we fell short. But this year just felt different.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's so funny you're talking about Ty Cobb, the baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have Ty Cobb, the basketball player.
No kidding.
And it's amazing. It's just...
He's such a good kid, too.
Well, I don't know about that. But, no, he is. He is a great kid. And you know, Coach Bobby, this was his first ever finals appearance.
Yeah.
And his first ever state win.
Yeah.
And that says a lot. It
Yeah.
says a lot. You know, I'm always kidding him about Dana.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we expect Coach Dana to be there every year.
Right.
Yeah. And we go down, we celebrate the girls, but this was just different. It was just celebrating the boys and their accomplishments. And, you know, we were up at Stone, and Ty Cobb had right at 50 points, 50 points a game. Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
MVP of the tournament.
Yeah.
BCAT Player of the Year. I mean, he has it going on.
I mean, really.
A sophomore.
A sophomore.
I mean, and that makes
unbelievable.
Well, what's he going to be able to do this next year?
Well, there's no doubt that, and you know, you don't want to take nothing away from the team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, gosh, no, they were fantastic.
They were. Everybody was great, but you know, Ty. Listen,
A lot of them are coming back next year.
Oh,
too. Yeah.
yes, we only lost 2 seniors.
Right.
We only lost 2.
That's going to be incredible.
It's going to be incredible. And you know, Tullahoma's got this 7-foot.
What?
Yes, Tullahoma had a 7-foot kid. I say kid. And there's Ty. I'm looking, and he's just weaving around, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, go, Ty, go.
Yeah.
Not intimidated, not at all. And but you know, Bronston Chaffin stepped up. The whole team stepped up.
Yeah.
And so we're proud of them. We're proud. Matter of fact, the city of Baxter, we're going to honor them later on. We're getting trophies for all of them. The county commission, we're going to honor them actually this month or next month in April. So, you know, and it's so funny. You see them going every school, and those little kids, they just look up to them, you know, and they're marching down through there carrying the gold ball.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing.
Well, I mean, that's Baxter, when it comes to Upperman and the sports teams or really anything that Upperman's doing, it's so great because the whole town gets behind what that school is doing. And that makes a difference, not just in the town, but for Upperman in the Putnam County schools in where you're at in Baxter.
That's exactly right. And you know, when we were at the Murphy Center, if you looked, we've got one side of that gym packed.
Oh, yeah.
We closed Baxter down.
Well, I said, if you ever wanted to rob Baxter, today's the day.
Oh, yeah. We didn't have no police officers or nobody there. Everybody was at the Murphy Center.
Proud of those players.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, I think that was so cool. And you're right. Well, the Murphy Center was just packed with people from Upperman and Baxter.
That makes you proud, too, that you know that they're so proud of the team, proud of the players. They want to go support them in Murfreesboro, and it's not that far.
No, it's easy. And you know what's really neat about our area? There was players there from Sparta, players there from Stone, players there from Livingston to support the Bees.
Yeah.
You know, here we go against each other during the year, and we would have been there for those teams too. So it's just great to see them.
It really makes you proud how good everyone is in this area and how good the coaching is. And we're just really a big basketball area.
Let me tell you something. When we went against Tullahoma there at Cookeville and they beat us and put us on the road, we went to Heritage. I'm like, wow, you know, and I thought, we'll meet you guys again. Who thought it would be in the state finals? But
I know.
And let me tell you something, Tullahoma's a great team.
Yeah.
Great team.
For sure.
Don't take nothing away from them, but Upperman's just a little better.
That's right. That's right.
It's fine to say that.
I can say that.
Of course, you know, that's been going on in Baxter, state champs, huge deal. Everybody's walking tall and walking proud in Baxter. What the Quilt Festival, is that in Baxter? That's in Allgood. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't have the Quilt Festival.
I got y'all mixed up.
Yeah, you sure did.
I'm sorry, Danny. Well, what is coming up in Baxter?
We will have our festival coming up in the spring. It's the Spring Festival, and that's always a lot of fun. You know, we basically close the middle of town down.
See, that's why we think when there's a celebration, we think of Baxter, because y'all close it down and do it right, too.
We do, and, you know, and I was thinking the other day, how many other towns actually do that? Now, we do catch a little grief from some people that's trying to get home, and they're like, oh, man, they got them roads closed again. I got to go this way. I got to go that way. But, you know, that's just what we do. We're a small town.
I mean, it's easy to get around.
Why, sure it is.
And I think it brings
You're
more
what,
people to center of town to go shopping.
You just zip over one little side street and you're around it.
You're exactly right. But listen, zipping around that one little side street, create some chaos for some people.
Turning right, then turning left.
Right. Sometimes.
Well,
you always got some naysayers.
He does. Yeah, that's true. But it's okay.
Danny, I'm calling. I'm mad as hell.
Yeah, that's right.
Had to take a right and a left.
Hey.
With your spring thing.
That's right, your spring thing.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Danny Holmes here in the studio with us, the mayor of Baxter. We'll talk to him a little bit more about what's coming up there in Baxter business-wise and Baxter's growth and some different things that they've got going on. All coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window Studio.
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement?
I wish I could retire.
Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Retire the Right Way, with Aaron Wright. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 9 a.m. on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Sean Hannity here with some important advice. There's only one real estate agent I trust if I needed to sell my home. I'm talking about Heather Skender Newton with Skender Newton Realty. She services the entire Cookeville area. Just Google Skender Newton Realty.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time. Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, Exceptional Bean, Royal House of Cheese. Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Easy Cater is the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. With easy online ordering, search filters for budget, dietary needs, and more. Save your favorite restaurants and favorite orders for easy reordering. Save time with group ordering. You send a link, your team orders what they want. Plus, Easy Cater makes expense reporting a snap with all your receipts in one place. Easy Cater, more than just a way to order catering for work, it's your business tool for food. Order now at easycater.com.
It's tax season. By now, we're all a bit tired of numbers, but here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number, $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed. Save up to 40% in your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. That's LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Mama, what does the chicken say? Dog. Cat. Giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here, live in the Willow Window Studio on a rainy Monday. Be careful out there.
Rainy days and Mondays, do they get you down?
No, they don't. I don't let the Carpenters decide my life, Sheila.
Well, they were good singers, or at least that Karen was.
Yeah.
It is Monday, but we've got a little bit of happiness in here. Mayor.
Our own little piece of
Mayor
sunshine.
from Baxter, Danny Holmes.
And I'm here.
Danny, tell us about, I haven't been yet, but I've heard it's delicious. My wife says it's delicious, so I trust her. But the a new Greek restaurant.
And I said it was delicious. That's where I saw him right after it opened.
Oh.
I told you it was good.
I don't remember you telling me.
No,
He don't remember it. He don't take anything to heart. You know, we both said that's
right. We did.
The last time you were in here, we
don't
talked
listen.
about it. He don't.
No.
I listen to what my wife says.
That's the most important.
Right.
You know, I've got an idea, Jason.
What?
I think you ought to bring Sheila down, and we should go to lunch at Achilles.
All right.
You want to do it?
Yeah, when?
Anytime. You want to do it today?
You paying?
Well, yeah, might as well. I'll use that big mayor's salary.
Yeah. Well, yeah, now that you're rich.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the mayor's mansion.
The
Mayor's mansion. I like that.
It's still the same little bitty house that I moved in 1988.
Aw, you've been there a while, haven't you?
We have. And, but, you know, everything's going real good in the city of Baxter. There's no doubt.
Well, it looks like it.
And there's a new business on the square.
Well, not square.
We don't have a square.
I call it square for y'all.
Well, that's nice that you do that.
Across from the depot. It was like where Amy's business was in there. They opened
Yeah,
that.
what do we have, Sheila?
I forget the name. I don't know. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Well, it's not actually opened up yet, but we are actually getting an ice cream shop.
Oh, that'll be cute right there.
It will. And Lovebirds Creamery.
That sounds cute.
Isn't that cute?
I love it.
And
I love the lovebirds.
yeah. And,
I knew you knew.
Oh, I knew.
Trying to hold back.
Listen, I keep waiting for them doors to open so I can go in there and get me a scoop.
Oh, yeah, and it's right here at Summertus, right around the corner, so that'll be a good time to get open.
Hey, listen, you know our friend Tyler Buck.
Yeah.
He's my cousin. And, you know, he just opened a big basket.
I didn't know y'all were kin.
We're kinfolk. He had $1.30 scoops of ice cream on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh, trying to get that one scoop of ice cream was amazing.
I bet there was a long line.
Oh, listen, they wore them out, and I love that. And we're going to get one in Baxter. Listen, Baxter, we're going to get a Baskin Robbins.
Well, why do we need one if we got the
Well,
Lovebird?
we're going to put it out towards the interstate.
Oh, get those interstate people. Yeah.
But Lovebirds will
take
do
their
it.
tax money.
Yeah, we'll take our tax money. We take any business. Hey, any business wants to come to Baxter, come on.
Really?
Yeah, we don't care.
Come on.
Come on. Get it on. Get it on.
Not any business.
Yeah, we'll take any business that provides us some tax money. Well, maybe some.
That's what I'm saying.
I know what you're thinking,
Right.
Jason. I see that.
He always brings
Well, I
up
mean,
that side of
I
it.
just think we need to put that out there. You don't know who's listening.
Listen, you can see it. You can see it in his
He's
eyes.
always a little ornery.
Well, I'm just thinking it through. You know, you can't.
What was you thinking,
You
Jason?
can't put that out there. We'll take any business, and then all of a sudden here,
Danny thinks sweet, and then you come in, you think,
Yeah,
Danny, it's
yeah.
not all roses.
right? And then here comes somebody wanting to open up a strip club or
I
something.
knew it. I knew that's where
And
he was
then-
going.
And then, well, you said any business, and
Oh, me.
but you don't mean that.
No.
Not
You're
at the
right.
moment.
You mean any appropriate business.
Very good, Jason.
Right.
Very good. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Do you need a spokesperson?
Sometimes
It sounds like
I
you
do.
do. Yeah.
Sometimes
Do
I
you
do.
need it to be Jason? I don't know if you do.
Hey. Nah, I don't. No one wants that, but sometimes you just need somebody to look over what you're about to say.
Like he does me.
Yeah.
I know. He corrects you all the time, Sheila.
Yeah, and
What's
he
up with
messes
that?
up too, but I don't correct him like he does me.
I've noticed that.
Thanks, Danny.
You're welcome.
I'm self-correcting.
I'm self-correcting. That's
He's
so
hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I hear it when I mess
hear it.
up, and I try to immediately.
Oh, I do
correct-
too, but then I'm
correct
like,
what
I'm
saying.
not gonna be like Jason. I'll
You
let
don't-
it slide.
You don't have time because I've already corrected myself.
Listen to him.
The buildings that they were refurbishing there at the end of the road there.
Yes.
They're going to put a restaurant in or something in.
Yes.
Where are we on that?
Well, it's slowly coming around.
Okay.
And listen, that is a beautiful building.
Oh gosh, yeah, and they've done some
beautiful.
great
Those
work
guys,
on it.
They're great, and You know, and the thing is
that the Hendricks
that's
brothers?
the Hendricks boys,
Yeah.
Noah and Jacob,
Yeah.
great guys,
Absolutely.
and it's going to come, and you know they're doing all the work themselves, and plus they have the other business that they're running, so. You know, and I understand they want to put this up without financing anything, and it's slow, but it's going to come. And I think now it could be a pub, and they've thrown some things around, and I think it would just listen. That building, you know, that was our old street building falling to the ground.
Yep.
And look what they've done.
Right. I imagine getting that up to snuff and codes and all that stuff, and no telling what kind of EPA things hoops need to be jumped through. Not from the city maybe, but state level. I bet there was a ridiculous amount of hoops.
It was, and they ran into some problems. They would do something, and then the state would come in.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever they done, they had redo it.
You know, and it's crazy because everybody talks about how business friendly the state of Tennessee is, and that's true. But what are these other states doing? Could you imagine the hoops that they got to jump through?
I can't imagine.
Can't even come close to imagine.
Me neither. Our little small town, it's like an act of Congress to get anything done, especially if it involves TDOT.
Yes.
You know, it's not going to happen very fast.
That's right. There's new neighborhoods seem to be popping up around Baxter too. Maybe not in Baxter City proper, but where it affects the town of Baxter.
Well, it is, and you know, we have Baxter Crossroads, who's been out there for a little while now on Highway 70 across from the dollar store, and that's just a beautiful subdivision.
Yeah.
And you know, there's some things that's going on out there about parking in the road, but the roads are so narrow, Jason, that you know, and the driveway is 2 cars, so you know they got to park somewhere, and they're kind of. We're going to have a meeting on that and try to work that out with the homeowner association where everybody can. The problem we're having is if 2 cars are parked on the side of the road, an ambulance or fire truck, the garbage truck, none of it can get through there.
Right.
Oh, that could be.
That could be
so
dangerous for a lot of different reasons.
It really is.
And destructive.
But we're going to work that out with them.
Well, it's like anything else, Danny. Anytime you grow, there's some pains, and there's people that don't like stuff, and
people that really don't understand all the red tape behind it. You know.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't. Well, why is he making me move my vehicle? Well, you could risk somebody's life if they need to get an ambulance down there.
True. And,
yeah.
You know, we paved Diddy Road the other day, and that was kind of a painful decision on my part because we're doing away with that road. You know, we're going to have a new road that's coming into Portobello. We're going to have you know, the whole intersection is going to change down there.
So what do you mean they're getting rid of
Diddy Road from Baxter Road up to Portobello will no longer be there. There's a new road coming in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there still will be a road. But, you know, that road was so rough. People, probably the whole time I've been there, that's more complaints. Of course, Midas, they loved it because they were doing front-end alignment. So, you know, Scott called me the other day. He said, I appreciate you not fixing Diddy Road. He said, we do a lot of front-end alignments. I said, well, we're going to fix it, Scott.
Yeah.
You know, so that's been a good thing. And it was a dangerous road. And so, you know.
Just always a fun back road. I just hate for Diddy Road. It won't be a back road here soon, though.
Well, it will still be.
Not if they get that big subdivision built back down in there.
Well, no, that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Gilbert project.
Yeah.
And, Chad. And, you know, it's so cool that we have some great builders. And their relationship with the city is outstanding. And you know, we want the growth. We just want to make sure that we can handle
smart growth.
Smart growth.
Yeah, and you know, you got to put a lot of times infrastructure before the growth, and And sometimes, maybe you can't. You look at towns like Murfreesboro or even really Cookeville there for just a little bit, grew real fast and then had to catch up with infrastructure and still are in a way. But that infrastructure before the growth, that's just good old fashioned smart thinking, Danny.
Well, that's true. And we've got our sewer rehabilitation going on right now. So they have dug up yards, including my own. And so
even you can't escape
the
growing pains.
No, I can't. And they've cut our roads, but all that will be fixed.
Right. Well, it needed to be done.
It had to be done. And so we're excited about that. That was like a $1.7 million project. Big project. So a lot of things going on. And right now we're getting into the building season. Of course, this rain, we need the rain.
Yeah.
But it kind of hinders some things, but it'll get better.
Sure. I got the mayor of Baxter here, Danny Holmes, with us. Danny, thanks so much for taking time on a rainy Monday morning. Come sit around with us and talk. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Jason, and thank you, Sheila.
Oh, you're welcome. We love having you.
So mostly think Sheila,
I
right?
really do. It's a real delight when I see Sheila.
Right, and I'm just, marginal at best. Right.
That's it, buddy.
I get it.
I know.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's 7:30 now. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window studio. Be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Smithville police have charged 2 people with child abuse and neglect for allegedly leaving a disabled child home alone. WJLE Smithville identified the suspects as 33-year-old David Farrell and 21-year-old Kayla Raymond. Police said they found the disabled 9-year-old inside a West Broad Street home after responding to a call requesting a welfare check. A Cookeville man faces multiple drug charges after sheriff's deputies allegedly found drugs during a traffic stop and later during jail booking. A Putnam County Sheriff's Office press release said a body scan at the jail helped locate 24 grams of meth, 15 grams of fentanyl, 12 grams of cocaine, and several $1,000s. The suspect, 47-year-old Joshua Knight, was issued a $237,000 bond. A pay raise is coming to Cumberland County employees. This after the County Commission approved a 6% raise to all county employees during a special session last week. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. The Tennessee Volunteers saw their season come to a close in the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament yesterday as they fell to Houston 69-50. The Vols shot just 28% from the field in the loss. Auburn beat Michigan State 70-64 in the other regional final and will play Florida in the Final Four, while Duke will meet Houston. 5 players and 2 coaches were ejected from an NBA game between the Detroit Pistons and Minnesota Timberwolves yesterday. Pistons head man J.B. Bickerstaff was in the middle of the tussle, while Isaiah Stewart, Ron Holland, and Marcus Sasser were tossed from the Pistons, and Dante DiVincenzo and Naz Reid from the Timberwolves. The Washington Capitals fell to the Buffalo Sabres yesterday 8-5, but Alex Ovechkin netted his 890th career goal and is now just 5 away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's record. The Atlanta Braves have started the season 0-4 after losing to the San Diego Padres 5-0 yesterday. Orlando Arcia was the only Brave batter to record a hit in the loss. Join us tonight for some high school softball on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel as the Gordonsville Tigerettes take on Donaldson Christian Academy at 5:30. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank.
TRN News. 2 state lawmakers from Memphis have introduced a bill that would end guaranteed income payments across Tennessee. In a release from the House Republican caucus, the bill would prohibit local governments from implementing policies that provide regular cash payments under a guaranteed income program. Memphis Mayor Paul Young last month proposed a guaranteed income program that would provide certain residents with $500 to $1,000. State Senator Brent Taylor says such a program would hurt Memphis and take away from other other initiatives to improve the community. Meantime, the Murfreesboro City School Board approving bonuses for the district's teachers. Board members voted in favor last week of a proposal to make the one-time payments. The $2,000 bonuses for K through 12 teachers were previously approved by state lawmakers, but the board had to vote on it to accept the funding. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
We, as Americans, have the capacity.
Every 4 years, something remarkable happens in America. Something that other countries in the world are in awe of. Something that's occurred uninterrupted for more than 200 years. And every day, something equally remarkable happens. All across America, young men turning 18 show they take their responsibilities seriously and register with Selective Service. No, there may not be any televised debates or inaugural parades, but young men who stand up and register are every bit as important to the fabric of our democracy. By registering, young men acknowledge their availability for their country in a dire national emergency.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not.
If you're a man turning 18, show your true colors. Register with Selective Service at sss.gov or go to the post office. It's quick, it's easy, it's the law.
Former Tennessee football coach Jeremy Pruitt has filed a lawsuit against his former employer, accusing the university of unfair treatment. He's seeking $100 million in damages. The lawsuit also claims the NCAA investigation that followed his firing 6 years ago led to career-ending penalties. He accuses the NCAA of working with the university to make him a sacrificial lamb for abuses that preceded his tenure at Tennessee. Pruitt was fired in 2021 after an internal investigation where he won just 16 games in 3 seasons. The so-called Success Sequence Act bill has passed the Tennessee Senate, and a House version of the proposal is scheduled for debate this week. The Success Sequence Act would require Tennessee schools to teach students the positive outcomes that follow a certain lifestyle. The Success Sequence features first graduating from high school, marrying, then having children. Republican supporters say those that follow this sequence statistically experience better outcomes than those that don't. Critics call the bill indoctrination and offensive. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. Showers and thunderstorms will gradually come to an end as we approach lunchtime. Skies will be partly sunny this afternoon with highs in the mid-60s. Overnight, we'll see clearing skies with lows around 40. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with highs around 70.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. You got to push that, Danny.
Bye, Danny.
Bye. There's a big old door behind you there, Sheila.
Yeah, it is. It does look like it's a sliding door, though.
Yeah,
the way the way
pushing door, though.
Push it, and
yeah.
By the way, you can get this door.
Yeah, this door could be yours.
This door could be yours for the low price at Willow Window.
Yeah. Not that exact door, but a door just like
we
it.
We really kind of want to leave this door, but you can get one exactly like it or similar or just a regular door.
How's your health, you think? There's some days I think I'm doing pretty good.
Well, there's some days I feel like, boy, I could run a marathon. I haven't.
Yeah.
Probably won't.
Right.
But some days are better than others.
Yeah. Like today I feel pretty good.
Yeah. Today I feel pretty sleepy.
This past Friday,
yeah,
you could put a fork in me. I was done, wasn't I?
It was a really busy week, and it seems like the end of the weeks now. You're happy that it's Friday, but you are worn out when it's Friday. I mean, I say you, us in general.
And then
I think a lot of people feel that way.
Well, then so obviously I slept good Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was out, and then Saturday, my stepdaughter, Elena, she wanted to introduce us to this boy.
Oh, she's got a boyfriend.
She's going to prom with this boy. Or at least she wants to. And she's like, well, you need to meet my parents. So we met them at 37 Cedar. and I'd forgotten about their brunch.
Their brunch is good.
So I got that the 37 special or whatever it is.
It was delicious, wasn't it?
I ate that. I got home and went directly back to sleep.
So you had a great weekend.
Great weekend, except for the Vols.
Yeah.
Beating Kentucky was great.
It was fantastic.
That was fun. But then
with Houston.
15 points in the first half. It was the lowest score that anybody ever had
It was hurting me, wasn't it? You
hurting me.
Yeah.
And then I always think, how do I change this? And so I decided during halftime I'd go because I hadn't taken a shower yet. So I went and I was like, I'll take a shower. I came back out, and they started shooting good. I was like, man, why didn't I take a shower before the game started?
Because you had to walk out of the room to
So
make
it's my fault,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry that they lost.
But I did at first. I thought, oh no, it's gonna be just a stomping, and then finally they came back a little bit, and I thought, well, maybe
It wasn't quite the stomping that
it could have been.
Yeah, but
But you could tell they were worn out by the end of that game with Houston.
And then it just made me my allergies got real bad.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
At the end of the game.
Seniors on that. I'm getting chills thinking about
my
it.
allergies were all over the place.
Oh, I just, and then, excuse me, at the end, one had the towel over his face because I think he was crying. He didn't want anybody to see
guy.
it. Was that,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell which one that was because
Could
I
have been
couldn't
Jamal
see it.
Meshack. I don't know.
It was one of them.
I think it's both of them, actually.
And I just like, oh no, it made me tear up.
I know.
Because they had played so hard. I'm like, don't be hanging your head. But it was a culmination of, it's the end of my college career.
Right.
And the very last game I'm going to play.
Right.
If I keep on, I'll get teared
And
up.
it was immediate.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, done. You're done. You lost. You're
Almost
done.
like Christmas when you're like, yay, let's get the presents. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's over.
Yeah, I didn't get any of the presents I wanted.
But except you don't work hard for Christmas. No. You just wait and people give you stuff.
But
well, I shop, but
yeah, but it was a great weekend. Anyway, how's your health? Researchers at the Feinberg School of Medicine at Northwestern University have come up with a new way to determine how well your heart is working. This involves math.
okay. Oh, I hate math.
I'm sorry that it does.
I know it's a necessary evil, though.
Divide your average daily heart rate by your daily average number of steps. The resulting ratio, the daily heart ratio per step, shows effectively how efficiently the heart is working. The study found that people whose heart works less efficiently are more prone to various diseases like diabetes, hypertension, heart failure, stroke, or worse.
Well, I already have diabetes and hypertension.
So here's how it works. You take 10,000 steps a day and have an average resting heart rate of 80. Your ratio is 0.008. If you take 10,000 steps a day and an average heart rate of 120, your ratio is 0.012. The higher the ratio, the worse off you are.
Oh.
But what if you don't take 10,000 steps a day and your resting heart rate's 120, but you drink a lot of coffee?
Yeah, what does that mean? What if I drink a lot of water, too?
I want to say you're healthy.
Is that what you were going to say?
Here's the thing. I don't wear one of the things that tells you how many.
I do, but I don't check on it every day.
Now, my dad does. He's a 10,000 stepper every single day. In fact, I think he went three straight years of 10,000 until he had his heart thing when he had to go get his bypass surgery and all that stuff. That put him off for, really only 3 months, though. Then he was right back to 10,000 steps a day.
I don't get 10,000 daily.
There's no way I do.
I was hoping I did because if I don't check, I think it automatically happens. I got my cell phone, not cell phone.
Well, now with your little tiny legs, that's 10,000 steps for you is like. Oh,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not even close to 10,000.
It doesn't really get you as far.
It makes me want to keep moving now. Because really, As long as you're moving, it is better. It's like
say-
just get moving, get to doing stuff. It doesn't have to be
Right.
like running around a marathon or anything. Just
Well, that's what they
keep
say.
moving.
If you can do 10,000 steps a day and drink the amount of water you're supposed to have, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You're doing all
Your
right.
body craves that water
But-
when you, and it's not the same having a soda or coffee.
They say
Gotta be
that.
water.
They say that, but then you're
Okay, you're sounding like my husband. He'll go, look, there's water in Diet Coke.
well, no,
There's water.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just like you're doing good. You're drinking the water.
Yeah.
Everything's going good. And then you have one sip of like Mountain Dew, and then you're right back to needing the
Do you
Mountain
think
Dew.
so?
For me,
Oh yeah. Well, I do like Diet Sun Drops and
Yeah.
things like that, but I don't. I can have one a week and I'm fine.
I've been trying to do good.
Have to have them all the time.
But this weekend did not do good. I put a couple pounds on this week.
There are times when you do just crave stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I did that this weekend. I craved, and I know you get on to me for this. I craved cheese dip because he said cheeses are very bad.
Well,
Sometimes I crave the cheese.
the American cheese in the package, you know, that's the worst. It has the most casein in it. That's what causes
Oh, that's
cancer.
bad stuff.
Yeah,
Why do
sitting
they put that stuff in it?
all the time and eating cheese are the
Could be the
top two reasons for cancer and heart disease. It's the new smoking. Which makes me wonder, why did I ever quit smoking? Apparently it was good
makes
for
me
me.
wonder. I've never even smoked, but yet the cheese will make me a smoker.
You should try smoking.
I don't want to try it.
It's 7:45. It's Good Morning Cookeville.
Bad influence, Jason.
We're live here in the Willow Window studio. We'll be right back.
You've prolonged it enough. 1 year quickly turned into 2, 2 years into 10, and now you've lost track of how long it's been since you've seen the dentist.
A trip to the dental office can be a scary thing for many people, but there is help. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Hayes.
And I'm Dr. Kevin Hayes. At Hayes Family Dentistry, we're changing the way people think about going to the dentist. We use the latest advancements in dental technology, including sedation dentistry, which offers hope to people who fear going to the dentist, or patients who need to have a lot of dental work done in just fewer appointments.
With one little peel, you'll ease into a state of relaxation and all of your fears will melt away, allowing us to correct years of dental problems, often in just one visit.
For more information, call us at Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614. Or visit hayesdentistry.com and find out how easy it is to have the smile you've always wanted.
Hey guys, it's Philip Gibbons for Carlin Chevrolet. Aren't you tired of being sold a car by the other guys? And once you leave the lot, the dealership acts like they don't even know you anymore? Well, at Carlin Chevrolet, they're not in the business of just selling cars. They're in the business of making you family by having the #1 customer service in the Upper Cumberland for over 10 years and lifetime oil changes. Carlin Chevrolet on the corner of Spring and Willow or carlinchevrolet.com. Carlin Chevrolet. Upfront, honest, home.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 20% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Only two things in life are certain, death and taxes. How about one more? Switch from Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile to cut your bill in half with Pure Talk. For just $25 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, 5 gigs of data on America's most dependable 5G network. Making the switch, it's simple, fast, and easy. You dial pound 250, you say the keyword Pure Talk, and make the switch. You do it now, you save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, wireless by Americans for Americans.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:49 now.
I think you need to say hi to my sister and sister-in-law, Heather and Connie.
Hi, Heather and Connie. What's up? Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. My sister said, we were talking about rainy days and Mondays, and I said, did they get you down? And he said, he doesn't let the carpenters dictate his life. She said, I about spilt my coffee out.
Well.
Yeah, he says some good one-liners every now and then.
Sometimes. This weekend was the weekend, that everybody was supposed to go and terrorize Tesla.
Yeah.
And I purposely didn't watch a lot of news this weekend because I decided I wanted to be in a good mood.
Yeah, because, look, whether you agree with somebody or not, I never agree. I'm talking about somebody's politics. I never agree with vandalism or damage and stuff. Well, I mean, I don't understand the sense in it. It's no sense to me.
Here's the thing with that, too. If someone could actually tell me what he's doing wrong, like if they could say, here's what he's doing wrong, I'd be like, okay, maybe I get your point. But to me, it just sounds like he's just trying to save us some money. Sometimes saving money and doing that's hard.
I think there's a lot of folks that are worried about those that's losing their jobs because it's like kind of random.
I mean, that happens in the real world all the time.
And it sure does. And that's what happens when you
look at
trying to make cutbacks,
Look at Purdue. I mean, they're going to let everybody go in Monterey and
it's sad.
It's sad. It sucks, but you don't see them vandalizing stuff because of it.
Oh, I hope.
It's just what happens.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lady in Florida. She's been charged with a felony after allegedly sticking a wad of chewing gum onto a Tesla. And by the way, just a heads up, if you are thinking about vandalizing a Tesla, I can't believe they haven't figured this out yet. All of them have video cameras on them. They can see all around them.
Well, you know what? Even if something doesn't have a video camera, don't mess with somebody else's property.
But even if you're thinking about it,
they got cameras.
They got cameras everywhere. They'll
get caught.
You're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was she was captured by the car's built-in cameras sticking gum on the car door handle, and that's while it was parked at a mall in Miami. The owner said the gum caused $2,623 worth of damage. And it got into the mechanics of the actual door.
So she knew where she's putting it.
I guess. And it shorted out, I guess, the electric door handle somehow. Must have been really juicy fruit.
I was going to say fruit, too.
But, so you got to watch out. They're going to mess up your Tesla.
My mom and daddy raised me right not to damage people's property.
Yeah.
They didn't even want me to go rolling people's yards.
Look, I get boycotting. I did the same thing to Arby's.
Boycotting is harmless.
When they got rid of
it's going to hurt their pockets.
They got rid of the potato cakes.
You know what? They got brought back now.
They brought them back now because my boycott worked.
Just like he knew that Home Depot and Target was coming to Cookeville. You knew it before anybody else.
Right. And
then you knew.
You just see me burning down an Arby's, did you? No.
You wanted to.
I just didn't, but I didn't.
You can think it without having to actually act upon it.
That's right. So I guess.
And because you didn't, you get your potato cakes again now.
And now they're back. Yeah. See, guys, sometimes you just.
Be patient.
Right.
And boycott. You can boycott without damaging somebody else's stuff that they've worked hard to get.
Yeah.
That tips me over the edge when people do that. I don't like it.
And again, if you can tell me what he's doing wrong, then I'm all ears, but I can't figure it out.
You're asking for probably phone calls and stuff, emails. People might tell you.
Well, there's going to be a lot this week, I'm sure.
There's going to be a lot.
Reasons not to fly.
Oh, you found another one?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
'Cause I hate flying, and there's stories all the time now about reasons not to fly. A United Airlines jet collided with a kite.
What?
And it tried to land at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport in Virginia. This is the same airport where the Army helicopter collided with the American Airlines airplane back in January.
That kite must have been really high.
I guess.
And
Or
was it a kite on the runway? Somebody, who's not watching this runway very well?
it was a United flight from Houston, landing when pilots noticed a nearby kite flew right into the flight path, about 100 feet over the ground. So I guess it was close to where
they were
landing.
Yeah.
And I guess despite the potential carnage of hitting a piece of paper, the plane landed safely.
I'm wondering why somebody was flying a kite so close to the airport, because nothing should be flown close to an airport except the planes.
Right, but this one was close. Witnesses noted there were hundreds of other people out enjoying the first warm weekend of spring, so everybody was out with a kite or something.
They must be close to a park.
Yeah.
Or either they came to the to the landing strip to.
Yeah, there's a lot of good wind here.
Good aerodynamics. Let's see how great the
This would be a
kite
great
flies.
place to fly a kite, wouldn't it?
Crazy.
Pat Sajak is returning for an appearance on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
Aw.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
He stepped down from hosting, obviously, in this past June. But he's going to make one last appearance on the spinoff series beginning April 30th. That's a star-studded lineup. Gearing up to join Pat Sajak, Josh Gad, Regina Hall, Justin Long, Catherine McPhee, and a whole lot more. It's not clear if he's hosting or playing.
Oh, that would be fun to see him play.
I'd like to watch him play.
I would too. I hope that's the case.
I do too, but I mean, how nerve-wracking would that be for Ryan Seacrest?
He might be a little nervous, but you wouldn't be able to tell it.
No, I mean, I'm sure he would.
He'd have fun
I
with
think
it.
he'd do great, but to know that Pat Sajak is right there. Plus, I think it'd be neat to watch Pat Sajak play.
I do too.
And
I think it'd be fun for him.
And how good would he be?
I would say pretty good.
I would say pretty good. I mean, you can't be doing that for all those years and not have picked up on a few things, right?
And I also think it would be hard for him not to jump in and help Ryan a little. With the hosting.
Well,
Could you imagine? I could see him jumping back and forth doing both.
Well, even if he doesn't say anything on his way home, he'd be like, I probably would have done that better.
I probably would have done that differently.
Yeah. I mean, Ryan, he did it okay, but man,
And I bet Pat would be protective of Vanna.
oh yeah, I think so.
She's my girl, not yours.
So anyway, I hope that I can't wait to see that again. I hope he's one playing, but even if he's hosting, it'll still be cool for
Either one would be
Pat
really neat.
Sajak to be back there on Wheel of Fortune. Tomorrow, by the way, is April Fool's Day, so don't forget about that. As you get older, you don't do that much anymore. And I tell you something else. In this day and age,
I'll tell you something else.
it's getting harder to pull an April Fool's joke because it could be true.
That is because we've got all the AI stuff, and we got fake news. You don't know what.
You don't know
what isn't.
Right.
And there's so much crazy stuff that happened in the world now.
When every day is April Fool's,
Yeah.
it's hard to know.
You feel like, I'm not in that sport anymore of pulling pranks because it feels like every day's a prank.
Right. Every day you wake up and you look at the news and you're like, well,
This is unreal.
I'm not sure that this even really exists.
Oh, somebody put bubble gum on a Tesla and it shorted it out? That don't sound real.
Sure,
No,
whatever.
It happened.
Yeah, but did it?
It may not have.
I could have made up that whole story.
Well, you told it really good.
I
That
didn't.
means You're a really
I
good
didn't.
liar.
It actually happened. But I could have.
We know of.
I could have made the whole thing up.
And I would have still believed it.
Me and Sheila could be AI right now and y'all not know.
I sure hope they'd get a better AI than this today.
Yeah, Sheila's in here. If you're not watching, she's in here with her camouflage Morgan Wallen shirt on.
That's right. And it's like, it's not really Morgan. It's like, I think it's a bear with a coonskin hat, and then it's got his initials on the helmet, and then his number from high school, number 7. I just felt like, well, since he said, all right, everybody, go Vols at the end of his song, I felt like rooting for him a little bit.
Y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll be back tomorrow. The part of the cast of Alice in Wonderland from Allgood Middle School will be here.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them and recognize that cast because they always do a great job at Allgood Middle School.
They really do.
Salmon always does a great job.
She's always fun.
Looking forward to seeing them tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB Cookeville.